Hello, my name's Kello Harrod, and boy, am I happy to be a nerdy novelist. Now, as you can see right here, I have a shot generated. The first shot is my character sheet, which I will be getting to, but you generate clips from this character, okay? And in those 5 clips, you get a bit of a hodgepodge. You get one that looks very much like her. You get one that doesn't look very much like her. It looks a bit like her in her realm, but her uniform is obviously thrown off. Then we get another one where she has the wrong hair. And there's a one that looks like her, one that looks like her, one that looks like her. This one obviously doesn't look like her. That one does look like her. But you'll see that her uniform here and her uniform here are different. And then this one doesn't look like her at all. Wrong skin tones. Every single thing is pretty much wrong with that clip. By clip 5, you have not been making a trailer. You haven't been doing that at all. You've been been in the middle of a casting crisis. And here's the thing. This is not your problem, okay? This is not a prompt problem. This is what happens when you ask an AI model to remember something it has never been designed to remember. Okay, the model doesn't know your character, doesn't know what she looks like, how old she is. On page 1, she doesn't know what she looks like. On page 30 or 50 or 300, it doesn't know what she looks like. Every time you hit generate, it is making free guesses at based on whatever you gave it. Okay, what if you didn't just give it anything hardly? A prompt. Even a really good prompt is not enough to hold a character across 5 clips, let alone 50. What holds a character is a system, a ladder of control that you can build once and use every single time. And that's what this video is about. I'm Kello Harrod, and I'm super happy to be a nerdy novelist, and I'm going to show you the 5 rungs of that ladder, walk you through each one with real examples from my own project that I'm actively working on, a short film by the end of this month. So, which is a big deal. And hopefully in the whole process, I'm going to be taking you along and you can watch me build this film. And to give you this recipe, I want to give you a good recipe so that you can start using this today, okay? Let's get into it. Now, here's the problem. AI video does not remember your characters unless you give it something to remember. The model has no loyalty to your book. It doesn't know what your heroine looks like. Like I said, from the first page to the 300th page, every generation is a fresh guess. Most people try to solve this with a better prompt. They even feed the prompt into an AI to get it to enhance the prompt. That helps. It helps a little, but it doesn't hold. What actually holds is a system, a ladder of control that you build once, and every single time it works for you. It's called the continuity ladder. This is the continuity ladder. The reason I call this the continuity ladder is because of the 5 rungs and how you can climb up those rungs. Each one gives the model a more stable anchor for your characters. Rung 1 is your visual Bible. Rung 2 is reference sheet. Rung 3, start frame or keyframe. Rung 4 is tool identity feature. Rung 5 is the director review. And you don't have to use all 5 every single time, because you'll obviously build things ahead of time and use these continuity rungs and then decide not to use them when you want to. But the more rungs you climb, the more consistent your results are going to be. Now, let me walk you through each one. Rung 1, visual Bible. All right, so a visual Bible is a written document that describes your character in a very precise and very generatable terms, meaning this is the point where actually getting the AI to do what your bidding is really good. So you do want to feed that prompt that idea of what the visual Bible is. It's not that she's beautiful, because if you just say something like she's beautiful, as opposed to something like fierce but kind, that those two things are different. She's beautiful, she's fierce but kind is definitely a little more detailed, specific, it's repeatable, and the model likes to read it. I'll show you mine for Anara from Jumpbox. All right, and this right here is the prompt that you're going to need. Your entire prompt right there. That's what you'll have to plug in and use your specific characters, and then you are in your visual Bible, like for real. A visual Bible is a written document. Remember, it describes every single thing that you will need for this. So it's super important. Now, this is a tight prompt. I know it is a tight prompt, but to be quite honest with you, the reason it's a tight prompt is because one, it needs to fit on the screen, and two, a lot of context. You don't want to waste a lot of context. So there's always that worry. The second wrong is a reference sheet. One clean casting image. The model stops imagining and starts referencing that shot. Now, this is incredibly important. Let me show you Anara's character sheet one more time. This is Anara. She is a warrior for the Allfathers, and she knows a lot. In the original script that my friend wrote off of my original treatment, he killed her off in the beginning. I will not be doing that. She does not need to be killed off, not even close. But what she does need is a lot of visual reference. And so you'll see here that we have different shots of her front, her back, many different angles of her outfit. And then we've got extreme close-ups. We've got the actual jump box in her hand. If I wanted to make this even more specific, I would have a specific design for the jump box, but I don't. Okay. And she's slightly alien, as you can see, a little bit of something in her face, just a little bit. Okay. And then it goes through multiple different facial expressions. And it's important because it needs to know how she looks from moment to moment. And having those different types of emotion gives it a lot easier time when it's deciding on where it's going with reference. So that is a reference sheet, and you can build this particular reference sheet pretty daggone easily if you wanted to. Just tell it to give you a character sheet based on a specific description, and tell them what outfit you want and what she or he should look like. And then you are off to the races. And this is the prompt that you will need to put into your AI. Just screenshot this right here, and you have yourselves a full character sheet. Now let's talk about this whole idea of a start frame and a keyframe, because this is the first line of defense in continuity. You're always referencing those reference sheets and everything. So when you do that, when you reference these sheets, it gives it automatic continuity. It knows exactly where it's going. It knows where it is in the scene. Claude is incredibly good at looking at pictures and understanding what it sees. It's very good at that. This right here would be an excellent starting frame as she's falling to supposedly her death or something like that. You'll see, I mean, there are tons like this right here. This is the start frame, and literally she's going to drop through. Like, this is the first frame of her dropping through. It's absolutely fabulous. And you'll see her falling away right here. And what's interesting about her falling away right here is that it is a perfect frame that kind of encompasses many extra moments. Like this is a moment, this is a moment, this is a moment. So different moments kind of make up these keyframes where you're going to switch things, keeps the continuity. So whether you're on Higgsfield, which has something like Soul ID, or you're doing this manually, you have to have all of your character sheets, all of your reference sheets, everything, so that your AI has a really good tool base that it can reference from. And then the last thing that you're going to do on this wrong is that most people skip is generate one, check it, then scale. Don't scale bad results. Kind of check as you go along on what you want it to do. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Now you have all the tools, every single tool to make your characters incredibly consistent, no matter whether you're using Higgsfield or DaVinci or whatever you're using. Please do me a favor. I want you all to remember that all you have to do is come on over to The Nerdy Novelist, and see you in the next video.